nation. But it is all with liberty and justice for all.
So was this up on the table?
Okay.
So we're sharing this one with Sharon.
Okay.
So the first item of business is the election for tonight. And we wanted to ask the candidates to just give a brief little blurb about themselves. Perhaps it's what you wrote on your application or whatever else you want to say. So I think everyone's here except Kita, right? Kita. So, okay, Scotty, you're in the front row, so you have to go first.
Oh, wow. You'll do great.
I know. Nice. Okay, I'm Scotty Jones. I have Lincoln Land Farm up Honey Grove Road. We've lived here for 20 years. I've been involved actually with Smooth Byway from 2008 and did it for until last year. I've been a lot involved in more with agritourism these days, statewide. And in terms of Alsea, I mean, I see a lot of opportunity here, see a lot of challenges with land use, which we find in agritourism as well. So I think I know a fair amount of people kind of either the county or in the state or whatever that I can maybe help a little bit with. I am on the Economic Development Council board to vote with that county. Yeah, you're next.
Zeb Wilson, 33 years old, 6th generation Alsean. Just want to help with the land use and maybe roads, infrastructure, that kind of stuff with Alsea area. I think we need to do some things there.
My name is Tim Pearson. Having grown up in Alsea and raised 2 children in Alsea and taught for 25 years in Alsea, I believe I have a uniquely grounded perspective to issues facing Alsea. My hope is to see Alsea thrive. And I believe for that to happen, some zoning laws might need some adjusting so that more families might be able to move to Alsea, thus propping up the community and also the school district.
Misty.
Just so you can see me. Hi, my name is Misty Muncie. My maiden name is Pittman, John Virginia Pittman are my mom and dad. I grew up in Alsea, from about, let's see, 74. So, I'm 52 now, moved out here, about that time. Well, I've got a lot of history clearly in Alsea. I went to Alsea High School. Patsy Jones was my advisor, among other things. I went to school with her daughter, Greta. Went off and lived some life and got married, and now I live in Washington, but I'm really plugged into Alsea as far as being involved with Garden Club. I love coming down and visiting my mom and dad, and just to have the opportunity to kind of pour into the town a little bit more. And you know, I really have a heart for Alsea with the history that I've had here. And you know, it's not the same it was growing up. It really was a thriving town growing up, the logging community and everything. And it's gotten a bit run down, so to speak. And you know, I'm concerned about the state of things, and would love to see more involvement with the community. And I love connecting with the community and you know, seeing everybody, just their different concerns and helping in any way that I can. And I just wanted, when I saw that the ACAC was looking for people to join and have a voice and connect the community and you know, the government, so to speak, I thought, well, why not? You know, why not me? Why not step in, do what I can? And so I know there's probably more I could say, but I don't need to. But I'd love any questions that you know come up. So
Do you have a particular interest in downtown?
I would love to see, the businesses thrive. I mean, considering we've had some major incidences lately, and again, my heart just goes out to Alsea with the loss of some significant community members. And I'd like to help in any way that I can as far as the businesses go and that sort of thing.
Did you say you're in Washington?
I do.
Misty,
Yes, maybe.
you forgot the bank building.
Yes, there's so much I could say. Yes, a few years ago, my brother and I had purchased the old bank building that was the library when we were growing up. My brother just saw it deteriorating over the years, and he says, I want to come in and help restore the little bank building that we loved so much as we were growing up. And it just seems there's so many things are being lost, and he says if we can get a hold of that and just help loving it back to life. And we've already replaced the roof on it, and bit by bit we're trying to restore it and get it back where it was to its own glory.
Randy?
It's true. It changes to sending news.
Anybody have time?
Get to worry. See everybody.
I'm in the way to get sit by my computer.
I guess I can say I was born and raised in Corvallis. And I left Oregon, Benton County for maybe it was 13 years, something like that. And I'm 78 now. And I'd like to help out in Alsea. Been here 40 years. My grandfather on my mother's side always wanted to move to Alsea. He was a dairyman and a banker. And he raised his 5 boys, I guess, and my mom on the dairy. That's the way they paid their way through school. And he always wanted to have a dairy out here. He didn't get to. We got to move out here as a family. And now it's been a blessing for 30 years. My main interest in LC and participation in the community so far has been in emergency preparedness. I don't know if you recognize me from articles I've written and seminars that had speakers come in about how you can be safer in your home and how you can protect your home from wildfires and that sort of thing. And that's one of the things that I would be probably focusing on the most, but I do have interest in other things, and I'm sure as things come up, I'll want to deal with those in a reasonable way. 3 things that I thought of that I would be interested in the emergency area would be to improve the emergency management and resident notification system during emergencies. So that, for example, we know what routes out of here are blocked. Or, there's only 3 really. And it would be good to know which one to go out on. And if the county could, they do have a notification system. I don't know how many of you have signed up for that. They'll notify you on your phone, your smartphone and phone, and by email. And some of that is real-time information about, like the situation status. The sheriff's department, I could go on about this, but I think that's something that needs to be developed and practiced, because if there were a major fire, you'd want to know which route to take out. Phil Plaza isn't here, but the last one we had a couple of years ago, he took off toward Walport. And he had a chainsaw, but it wasn't big enough for the big tree that was down across the highway. And so finally, there was a bigger truck or something behind that was able to drag the tree out of the way. And anyway, if he'd known that that route was blocked, he could have taken it the way. So that's one of the things, the notification system and coordination. In an extended isolation for Alsea, saying quake were to come. You know, the big one out in Cascadia Fault. We could be isolated with no lanes of traffic in and out on the ground for 3 to 6 months, according to the state. In our resilience plan we put together in 2015. So that's a concern of mine that we'd be prepared to, you know, individually in our own homes to be prepared to feed ourselves and have get clean water. We probably wouldn't have electricity. It'd be pretty stepping back into the 1800s sort of thing. And it'd be good if we had some more training in that area, how to survive that. And then it would be nice to have some sheriff deputies established in the area to give us credibility when you call, we need some help, we need a medical drop down here, pick up. They would know, those deputies, and know it isn't just a crank call trying to cause trouble. And that would be important to us, and we don't have any that I know of right now. So those are some of the things that I could take an interest in right away. And there are, of course, what I've been doing, I don't know if you see the tower out here. I was, let's see, about 7 years now. We've been busy setting up the radio tower and putting together a ham radio station for emergencies. And getting in touch with the sheriff's office where they have a ham group and we work with them. We're not where we want to be. We've got all the equipment, it's really good equipment. We have one antenna up on the top, we need to put up a very big one. And then we need to get more young people involved, only great headed people. Right now, and that's important. Also, we're not very close to here, so in an emergency, we might not be able to get to the place. So, yeah.
What's the radius of the ham radio?
Pardon me?
What's the radius for the ham radio?
Let's see. In the valley, we don't have a lot of connection because of all the hills, but we do get through to the out of the valley and into the, out of here. And into the Willamette Valley, and of course, around the world, we kind of randomly get. But
So we could, if we're like 10 miles past Alsea, west, we could call in here.
yeah,
Call in
that's the idea. We
and then-
wanted
to relay back. Okay.
yeah, and we have some ideas about how to communicate among ourselves. And we're gonna work on that once we get the center done. Yeah, there's some promising things out there that won't cost a lot for that. Anyway, I've been involved for 7 years in that. Any questions or anything on that? Okay.
To do this report on the no, I don't see it either here. Oh, the name. I do. I don't see her. There's no Keita, right? So, does anybody want to give her a summary of Keita's? She put it, I didn't bring the application, but maybe Gary has them in that.
This was that weird one. Or Ketis was the weird one. That was that picture. It's different.
What time is it?
6:30.
I suggest that maybe we don't finish the voting in case she comes at 7.
See, the last time she came, it was at 7.
Yeah, so maybe we should give her a chance, but we could go ahead and vote. We just,
How many
Or they
open
could-
slots are there?
We're gonna have you vote for 3. The top 3 voters, vote recipients are voting members of the committee. Numbers 4 and 5 are the alternates.
None of
And
them.
ours is. We don't have positions where they're 6.
6
What if
applicants.
there's a tie?
So if we just go.
That's a good question.
committee will make a
If it's on 3 and 4.
With a coin, I
But
think.
it's, the first, it's how many votes you get. I think it's like that.
That's the application, but now.
You get 3.
Thank God.
Not the one they want.
You get,
With these ballots, on the first round, you get.
yeah, whoever gets the most,
If we have a runoff between 2 people, we've got a lot of ballots.
yeah.
Add out more and let them vote between those 2. I guess that's the only fair way to do it.
We do not have it accepted.
Okay. So I think it's, in lieu of voting this moment, we'll have Misty do the ODOT report and then if Keita makes it, we'll give her a chance.
This isn't the one you want, Janet.
No, she wants it completed then.
No, it's one. Actually, have it.
This is really.
No, they already filled out once we looked at the last meeting.
Oh, is that right?
Those, that's what she was looking for.
Hey, Mimi or Janet, can you articulate again for me the process that you chose for the record?
You mean for voting the? first-
Yeah, just
Okay.
one more time so so it's clear for me.
Since we have 3 vacancies on the voting committee, we want everyone to just vote for their top 3 candidates. And we will take the top 3 vote recipients as voted onto the committee. 4th and 5th will be the alternates. You know, we had the question about if there's a tie. And I would think the only tie would matter between the 3rd and 4th places. Now, maybe that's not true, but we'll have to look at it. We could issue ballots again and everyone just vote for the ones that are tied. We have a lot of extra ballots in here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. That makes sense to everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you want me to go ahead and start? Amy?
Yeah,
Okay, so a few years ago, when my brother and I bought the old bank, we were made aware of the curb work that is coming to town. So it's been a few years in the process. And that was back when John Clark was still alive, and John and I had several conversations, regarding, how Alsea used to be and the changes that are coming and this and that. And my understanding was that this was started, down in California. They had initiated a program called the Safe Routes to School, I believe. And so they are bringing in basically curbs, like similar to what they're doing in Philomath, but not to that extent out here in a couple of the streets, to just to help it be safer, especially for those that are have need wheelchair access and that sort of thing. And it was about a year ago that my brother and I and Matthew Clark we met with Owen Malera, who is a civil engineer with Benton County. He came out here and he also met with the school. I'm not sure who he met with over there, but he was just here to represent and also to answer any questions regarding what was coming. Because all of us were like, oh, how is this gonna change, our street, with the log trucks and all the other big trucks that need to come in and fill in front of, the Mercantile or the other side of the street. So he was very receptive to our concerns. And Mimi and I were having a little chat the other night. She's like, hey, can you bring anything to, to the meeting as far as what you know? And so I reached out to Owen again. It had been a few months since we spoke. And he said, Misty, I'm not gonna be able to make it to the meeting tonight, but I want to give you some information via email. And I brought my laptop in case anybody wants to see the pictures he sent, the schematics. And then he said, anybody that would want to reach out to him, I'm just gonna kind of go off the cuff here because this is what he sent me on my drive down here. He says, and I wasn't aware of this, but again, news to me. He said street lights were added at the northwest corner of Second Street and the southeast of Third Street. The street lights and crossing beacons had to be hardwired to power, not solar, so this necessitated connecting to CPI power in the alley on Third Street. We are still working with CPI to get final approval for that. He had a picture too. He says the raised concrete islands cannot be plain concrete, so instead we will be using grouted cobblestones as shown below. I did reduce the size of the bulb outs. Now, these are those curves that come out on either side of the street. But, you know, we were concerned about would be imposing on the log trucks and the rigs that would need to pull in and then pull back out. He said, I did reduce the size of the bulb outs, especially at the corner of the Mercantile, and shifted them to maintain a minimum of a 4-foot shoulder. We are still working on getting final design approval from ODOT. It seems like we are close to getting that. Once we do, the plan is to advertise the project and get a contractor on board as soon as possible. We are hoping to work with the contractor to try and limit impacts to the roadway once school is in session. All work has to be completed by the end of October. If anyone has any questions or concerns, please have them reach out to me. I'm happy to chat with anyone about the project. We did a media blast back in April and asked for feedback. I hope that made it to the residents. It will be harder to make changes at this point, but I am happy to talk to people and work on changes if needed. We will be sending out more information once we have secured a contractor and can share a tentative construction schedule.
Wow, that's exciting. Cobblestones?
Yeah.
Did you say the lights? That's great. But you, whatever his media blast was, it did more.
No, I was there.
And who's paying for this? Where's this coming?
It's, it's,
ODOT.
yes, I believe it's, yes, I believe it's ODOT. My understanding is that there was, grant money, federal money. I don't want to speak to it too much in case
Yeah,
misspeak,
but exciting.
yes. Yeah.
Could you post the PDF of the schematics that you have on the Alsea Friends and Neighbor page?
Yes, I don't see why I couldn't do that.
2 street lights. We've arrived.
Where will they be again?
Your house.
And I'll put my laptop here and pull it up in case anybody wants to, you know, see it.
So is the thing that I posted on Facebook, does it actually have the schematics in it now? Did he tell you whether that happened? I've been trying to work within my communication and maybe you should just take it over because it sounds like you guys are doing better.
Well, I think this media blast included a link to a page that they said they would update, and I've been checking it every week and there's no update.
Any update? Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. Joni's saying it better than I'm saying it.
So what is that for parking?
Can't remember.
Like along the street.
I posted things on.
Yeah, I think it was
Facebook and
And so I just saved the link and put it in a calendar that popped up every week so I could check the
Put
website.
stuff into the Valley Voice about it too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't believe it'll affect the parking per se, they're not gonna put in blinds or anything like that, you'll still be able to pull in next to the curb or next to the sidewalk. But there's just gonna be those rounded bump outs as they call them, so, and a slope down.
What's the reason for those?
Slow traffic,
Slow traffic.
I don't believe it's to slow, I believe it's more for safety of crossing.
You have less area that somebody can go speaking through and run you down.
I believe it protects like the handicapped and also those pedestrians that are crossing one another.
Testing as they go.
I don't know how we survived all these years without them, but, anyway, I mean, I just have a question asked her and I'm like, hey, if something's coming, what's involved and how's it gonna affect us? And so I'm really big on reaching out to people on grassroots and finding out, and I love connecting the dots. I always tell people that it's like, I'm a communicator, and if there's concerns, I'd love to see people get along, and I know it's not always, you know, the case, but you know, as I'm involved with the town, I'm happy to share anything that I learn and know, and
Is it gonna affect your bank building?
No, I don't believe so. We were concerned about how that would change things with the front because, you know, we also mentioned, hey, you know, years ago, they built the sidewalk up there by the old tavern cafe and he explained, you know, he says, yes, that didn't go down as it should have.
Are they gonna take it apart?
Are they gonna fix it? I don't believe so. I guess that would be for the owner and.
Well, the sidewalks with one,
But
it's on county property, isn't it, sidewalk?
that's always a good question. Sometimes ODOT says it's a county, sometimes county says it's ODOT. So it's just, yeah, I can't speak too much to it, off the top right now, but. They're gonna work with us there at that corner there at the old bank building, so it's not going to. Affect the future and everything, so, but I'm glad that it's, they're working with us and not just saying, oh, hey, it's this way or no way. They're like, okay, let's modify, let's come to, you know, a good agreement, so. Did anybody have,
Yeah. Mom. Does this have anything to do, I've been thinking it surely does, but does it really have anything to do with the fact that this has been declared a scenic highway? Is that part of trying to make things look better down the road?
I don't believe so. I believe it's just part of integrating the safety factor. And again, I'm not sure since Alsea incorporated at what point they decided let's do this in Alsea. But no, I don't think it's related to the scenic highway.
You said it was gonna be done, it should be done by October. That means like this coming.
I believe so.
I would bet 50-1 that.
Take that.
Start, but they're not gonna finish it by October.
They won't get it.
No.
Yeah.
Take it back.
So I take it that it's part of the overall project because they are doing the same thing in Florence, so I'm just wondering.
I believe so. It's just that, you know, as they get to those. Projects. I mean, however, I think Philomath is a little more involved. They've been digging it up and they were doing some, of course, the sewer, the water, something, which is clearly not us, but it's going to be. The streets, it's gonna be, the bump out will be at the corner of the Mercantile and across where the bank is, the old bank library, and then the corner there, the old cafe parking lot, they're gonna put one there with Jesse Parks, her coffee cart. And then up here by the school, where the marquee is, and then across the road, and then
In front of the gas station too.
I don't. Yes, across from the old gas station, so there's 3 there, and then.
Not full, so that,
No,
yes,
no,
no,
no.
so we see one inside.
Any other questions?
Thanks for that. Well, the school requested it for years, the entire time I've been a parent or a staff member at the school. They were continuously asking for some help getting the kids safely across the highway. And as somebody who does live right there on the edge of town, I will say that traffic has gotten worse in the time that I've lived here, faster. Lots of folks who quite simply don't touch their brakes while they're driving through town. It used to be once in a while, and now I hear it an alarming amount of time. I don't, you know, we could put out a camera and we could see who it is. I haven't put out a camera. I'm not quite that modern.
But it is hard. I mean, the streetlights are gonna help a lot because I was coaching kindergarten, first grade basketball during the winter. And done with practice at 5 o'clock and it's dark and those kids had to cross that street and I did not like it. As like letting them go. And it's like, cause there was no lighting really, for one thing.
I would have to say that has been one of my concerns as well. And I spoke with him about that. I said speeding for Alsea, it's unacceptable and it happens way too often, especially when I'm down the West End working in the Memorial Garden and people just come flying in. I mean, I'll step out there and say slow. But yes, that.
No, I'm turning into that lady.
Yeah,
I'm on the front porch, hey!
it's down, you know, it's.
Yeah, one of my former tenants used to throw a 2x4 out in front of the
With
car.
nail, yeah.
So street light and a light will be a big improvement.
So the school is excited. I heard from Ms. Nerod when I talked to her about it.
They're not adoring us to the sheriff's department. When I drove in the second time, a sheriff's vehicle came out, it looked like from, where it might have been at the clinic.
Oh dear.
Parked there, trying to monitor the speed and everything. So, maybe they knew this meeting was gonna take place.
Maybe they heard I got home from vacation. Uh-oh.
Let's vote.
Well, if you want to give it a couple more minutes, Mimi has an item that she can cover about public works. Or you just want to get out of here?
Yeah.
Everybody else is wanting to get out of here.
Janet, could I just jump in for a minute? Patriot, do you have the email? I looked in my email, I didn't find when I sent those photos to you of the applications. Are you able to access Kita's application? Do you guys have it?
I could
No, it's a very off the
maybe
wall.
go through them. I just sent them directly to the administrative assistant, so I don't have them on hand.
Okay,
It would take me a bit. I apologize.
well, that's fine. I was just checking because at one point, yeah, and I can't find the email I sent,
We go
so.
ahead and vote, we just wait till after 7 to count the votes.
Yeah, but. So, yeah, that was it. Sorry, I was just trying to track that down.
Doesn't seem fair.
Yeah,
Either we just vote, and shouldn't get to talk.
yeah, that's true.
But you guys didn't have a copy of her application? I thought you guys were looking through.
Well, we all did. Nobody
We just
brought it
didn't bring it
tonight.
tonight.
Everybody's supposed to be here to talk.
Oh.
And she's just not here.
I think Cash was bringing me a hard copy from the house,
Oh, all right. So just
if he found the right thing.
quick little thing about public works. Then I guess
Okay.
we'll just go for it.
Well, I would like to say, we asked a long time, well, first of all, I think we should congratulate ourselves because we've finally gotten an election. We've been trying since December, and so we should put a mark on the wall. We're making progress. It only took us 8 months. But I remember, well, they've changed administration at the county, so what I said to one person, now we have another person, it's been confusing, and I'll say Petra has been a big help to us. And she just kind of got everything up in her lap. But, I had requested that we have a meeting with Public Works. Now, they are separate from the land developing. It's not the same department. And so we kind of have to have a special request to them. But I think everybody probably wants to know what their plans are, because they're already talking about letting the contracts and everything. They haven't asked us anything about if we have problems with the sewer or the water, or they haven't had any input from us. And they keep saying, well, they're gonna do something about the sewer. They have to do something about the sewer before they can let any more connections in the town. And as an adjoining landowner to the sewer, one of Marcy spots here, I own the land by the sewer, and the school's football field is by the sewer. And I think they need to come and talk to us if they're gonna take some of our land or something. I would like to know it. And I imagine the school would too. So, and everybody in town, I mean, I don't know if people are waiting to be able to get another building site in town or not, but they should come and talk to us before they make their plans and hire the contractors and start doing work. Anyway.
Mimi, may I speak to that?
Yes,
Extent?
you might know something.
Yeah, no, I just, I'm not gonna apologize for other departments, but I can say that the message that I've been sending consistently for the last 3 months when I've had the voice that I've been given, at this point, is that we absolutely have to do better. We need to have a central point of contact. Rick Krager has had a group that's meeting quarterly. That's an Alsea group that has all of the departments, health, environmental health, public works, events and parks, Department of Transportation, that's the Safe Routes to School project, the CAC, land use, community development, and trying to identify a point of contact. And when the CAC is being stood up, which is happening right now, live, that I'm encouraging them, y'all need to bring these issues and reports on a monthly basis to this group so that they are informed on a monthly basis, the progress reports. So that's what I've asked this group to do, is that we need to send information on a monthly basis, even if things aren't happening, but in a monthly report to the CAC, all of the Alsea related projects from every department related to Benton County and the state. And there needs to be a single point of contact that organizes that and gets the information to you. And if we request a presentation, by golly, you should get your presentation the next month, because that's just important basic information and the level of service that you all deserve. So I'm just telling you that I've asked that we work on that. We were supposed to have a meeting this last month, and for whatever reason, there was COVID outbreak and we didn't have the meeting. And so they're rescheduling it, and it's supposed to happen sometime in the next week or so. But I just want you to know that I'm really going to push that agenda, because I really think that now that you have a structure and a point of contact to talk, jurisdiction to jurisdiction, that, and if there's like some specific structure that you would like to have information conveyed to you, is it presentations, what have you, is to use the CAC structure to ask for those things. You want a presentation next month from Public Works? I will make that happen for you. They need to get out here and, tell you what's going on. If you need something more from Department of Transportation, we can do that. And I will coordinate the staff reports. No problem. We'll get that into the agenda. And so you have that all, available to you. So, that's the direction we're going. And Rick is absolutely on board with that. And if you have other ideas, other ways that you want information, if they're PowerPoint presentations, in-person presentations, reports, whatever, please just make requests, and we'll try to do a better job of providing you more information in a structured way. I really feel like it's time that you get the information that you need in a more timely manner.
Can I?
Thank you.
Can I hop in and talk about, some of you hopefully received this communication from the county administrator's office. Earlier in the month, I sent an email from me at the request of Rick Krager to Alsea community leadership for different organizations. And I used the emails that I had used previously when I did the town hall meetings. They're wanting to send this monthly update out to the community. I suggested that they post it on Facebook. I made several different suggestions and haven't been able to follow up on that because I've been on vacation. But theoretically, this same thing that I just scrolled through here went to the Grange email, for instance. And this is something that I could send to the Alsea community, Citizen Advisory Committee email list. If you're on it, be interested in receiving it, I could do that. So they're going to try to put information according to what he discussed with me. They're going to try to put stuff in the ABV. They're going to try to send this out directly via email. And I'm going to encourage them. Did anybody see it pop up on Facebook? Did this end up? No? Okay. So here is some information about the water and sewer. And then
Can you
there's
send it to us?
right now.
Why not?
Well, maybe after the meeting. Yeah. And so if you want to be on the Alsea Citizens Advisory Committee email list, and you aren't, please let me know. And I'll make sure that you get this when it comes to me. But also it should be coming directly to the garden club, for instance, was on the bus. Did you guys get it?
I did see it, however, my email is the better one to send it to.
Okay, well, that's, yeah, let me know what I need to do differently. Yeah. So anyway, this is something you can get your hands on if you want to try to connect with me about it. Or Rick, or, you know what I mean, somebody on this committee. Do you want me to scroll up so you can see what's on there? Did you see this picture that Rick and?
Yeah, the flyer, and yes, and so at the next quarterly meeting too, we're gonna be talking about, does Alsea have a budget, an internal budget where we can provide them with, you know, in kind versus like, you know, do you need a camera for your meetings? You know, like what's available? Do you have a capital improvement program list of needs, you know, that kind of thing. So I mean, we're just getting started. Just as you're organizing, we're going to try to respond to your needs when you start to put those lists together. I understand that one of the first priorities that you have is starting to work on your bylaws recommendations. Absolutely. I've already vetted that with council. They said absolutely. So you start working on your bylaws. What do you want to change about those? So there's a clear path to working on that if that's your first priority. If there's a different priority, I can do the legwork to make sure that there's a clear path to working on whatever, you know, X project is, if it's not bylaws. But just as long as we just keep communicating, you know, I'll keep, you know, working on making sure that, you know, there's a path forward for you all to continue to do that stuff.
Petra?
Yep.
Is it possible for us to learn fairly quickly if our slate of candidates that we send in to the commissioners have been approved by the commissioners, so we can start putting all these people to work?
Yeah, there's no indication that they're going to have any issues. It's just that the actual bylaws say that they need to acknowledge them. And I already have in a request that sometime in July, whenever they can fit you all in, they have meetings every Tuesday morning at 9 to noon. They have meetings. So I put in a request for that acknowledgement, and I haven't heard back whether or not it's going to be the 9th or the whatever, but I just said that they want to start full blown by August. So that is the #1 priority. So please fit them in. We only need 10 minutes. And so I haven't heard back which Tuesday they're going to put you in for. And I don't know, I was going to ask you all this evening, is there someone from the committee that would be available on each of the next Tuesdays this month? Or if you have a preference for each of the next Tuesdays this month to represent yourselves. If you're not available, that's okay. I can do it. But I think it would be more poignant for one of you all to be there.
I can be there, Petra. Janet.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, I can let you know the time or what have you. But I mean, the way it works is that, you know, there's all the departments, there's 14 departments, they put in their requests, and then the secretary or the executive assistant organizes the agenda for them. I just haven't heard back. They know it's coming. I just haven't heard back where we are in the queue yet.
Okay. Keep going and
Janet?
Yeah.
I have on my phone Kita's application.
Oh, okay.
It is on my phone. I will try to read what I can. But some of it I just can't read.
It is. Go ahead.
Okay, why would you like to be involved? In 1974, I learned about land use laws and rules, helping my future father-in-law understand why his taxes went up 128% on one something. Following that lead, I'm a dedicated public service. I learned the rules and I can't read the rest of that part. And then it says, please list the community concerns that you would like to address. Bring able to make a steady living in Alsea and Lobster Valley, enhance school, library, Grange store, streets, clinic, and restaurant with funding or paying jobs, use land use laws and flood maps, make Alsea able to support steady income while reducing. I'm sorry, I can't read the rest of it. That's what I can tell you about Kita's Tom application. Because I think it's after 7 and she's not here. So let's get on with this.
Thank you, Deb.
You're welcome. I thought I had it somewhere.
I don't know if you guys need extra pins. I have.
You can go one,
Vote three.
three.
And is it a weighted vote or just X's, guys?
Yeah, there's
Just X's.
Just X's on 3 people.
We're just gonna count.
Favorite, your most.
I have a few writing utensils in my bag.
If anybody else need a pin? Because.
We need to identify yourselves on these.
No, it's just anonymous, like,
No, please
like
don't.
any vote. Okay.
Just X out your 3 favorites.
Check.
Yep, just check her.
Do you want to pick these up for you? Sure.
There's now, and then we get to count.
Sorry, sir. You don't get a vote.
Yeah, well, it's funny, isn't it?
You're just a troublemaker. Slave. Sorry, troublemaker.
Yeah, sure. You'll see it mostly. There you go. There, right. I know.
You know, so it wasn't all, you know what I mean?
I think he thought you were supposed to let him know when you wanted to come over, but you're ready?
Oh, anytime.
Anytime, okay. Does anybody want me to send around like a paper to get on that?
No.
Email
That's
that.
three.
If you're on my
Things just started getting for county, so I'm gonna update the contract saying, I'm gonna send this to you once a week. I have updates, is that good?
That's, I think.
You just sent it out this last week.
Yeah, I think so. But you got it because you're on the list, like, they don't have a company. Email list or.
Everybody have an email for.
So the idea Rick had in sending it to the group leadership was that the group leadership could disseminate it to their organization. To try to help.
I like the idea of being on Facebook page or the website.
Right, that was what it was.
Make sure, why not make a tab on the website? That
Yeah,
automatically build.
yeah, on the CAC page.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to do that.
No, Emily.
Emily Blake. Emily Blake.
I am kind of tired.
Where's that?
This is
for
Sarah.
Yeah.
And I know that those two, they're connected, so they're gonna try to put that on the website. So it's just literally happening as, you know, what I mean, it's a process, yeah, so. But they did make this beautiful, I hadn't actually seen this flyer myself.
Space Bay, or do we call it? Can't you?
I think that.
Okay.
Are we got a mic?
Who you're speaking of?
I think we could. Petra, holler at us if we did.
She's that, you're now the acting planning director, correct, Petra?
Cars show.
Yeah, I'm the planning director and then the community development director before they go out for recruitment for Darren's position.
She's interim for the
Well, we can-
economic development. Community
do the first
development,
two words up
she is the
there.
planning director.
Okay,
But that's what I would
do
suggest.
we take a ballot and
PETRA.
Mark it.
mark that ballot?
No, you don't mark anything on the ballot, you just pass it on
I
to
would
the
put
next
my
person.
initial at the top that I have.
That you have
my
seen it,
person.
you could do that.
No, I
yes.
mean, to count, do we have a ballot that we count them on?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll give each of you.
Have one ballot, if you want, but you're only gonna be counting one person, or one, maybe two.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna be in charge of Keita and Randy.
Okay. So I just want to do that.
You're in charge of Scotty. And you. Tim and me, Zeb. Okay.
How come we do that?
I have
You're
your
gonna
hand,
pass
right?
the ballots down,
You have
and you're
10,
just gonna
and you
count
said I had to
Scotty's.
keep it.
So you're gonna
You
count
have-
on the ballot, and then you're gonna pass
You
it.
did?
Just letters.
Yeah, Scotty is all your count, and you're gonna mark off that.
I have
Like batches.
ballot. That's
So,
you count.
Jack,
Yeah, just to see what I would be doing. I'd be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Any way that works. See, one by one, you're gonna get the ballots.
That's part of the process.
oh, I see.
They're gonna pass the ballots. And then you're just gonna mark one for, if you've got a vote for Scott, and ballot, you mark it on Scott. That's one. No, you're not, just doing Scott. We're each just doing one or two.
Right, with your acute plan.
You're just doing Scott, that's all you're counting. Just count Scott. I'm counting the 10, they're doing the others. They're counting as.
No, I didn't. You didn't.
You're just doing a check each one to get it for Scott. Let's see, you're gonna get all these ballots. So when they.
I'm just making sure I did it.
Okay, so I've got Tim, he's got Scotty, you got the other four covered.
I have, and I have.
And so maybe,
You have Tim and Sam, who do I have?
yeah, and then there's the the committee will need.
Yes, Scotty.
Organized.
So.
And have officers and that kind of thing.
When you put Canada.
But the first.
And the ballot, as soon as it's done, I'll show them what to do.
Yeah.
Because of So I should have read. That's all one. And all your. And they're.
And need not be present.
Yeah, I mean, what I would do is.
We may have to just.
But no, as far as I know, there hasn't been any.
You know, but you haven't put any violence
There's been
yet.
any fear at the beginning. So that, that's
So you're doing, you just. There's study, so there's one. This one, so these three, you've got two dogs. And that's all you're doing. And now you're got some. These are the ballots and we're just counting them, and this is what we're gonna end up with. We're gonna have one for each person.
Yeah.
So you should have two marks right now. For stuff. I mean, I don't know, but right now you have two marks.
They're making a pile right here.
Well, I don't know where to
I
start.
have another second or three.
This one.
At the end, yeah, when all the ballots are counted, and
Yes. But I didn't. There's another.
so you don't need marks.
And I don't know if somebody didn't fall anyway. No.
Do I take this from me?
Yep.
Here and summer vacation for last. I know. Yeah. No, we get 3 weeks. Yeah. So that's really fancy. Yeah. It's sometimes hard to get trust because
So that's what Rachel was saying, yeah.
I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know.
The other. Whatever it is.
So where did, if you're talking about Ben, where did he work at, FBI?
I like
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
No marks at all for that.
Well, we're doing one right now. Yeah. Yes.
Janet, are people still filling out the ballots?
Yes. Keeping up with all your kids. Okay, barely. When I hear back, but yeah.
Janet,
Yeah, I never thought I was there. Rather be like
Sarah,
Yeah.
are you guys still filling out ballots or?
Hang on just a minute. Say again?
Are you guys still filling out your ballots or?
They're
what's-
counting
Oh, you're counting, okay, sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't post you on what was happening.
Thank you.
For hanging. And we're just laughing.
I just, lots of voices, I can't tell.
It sounds like a cacophony, right? Like we're in the.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they're playing kids with our team, will have other. Oh, they're on that. Yeah, they're on. Market and redraw. That is, yeah. It's at some point. I think. Yeah, I think I can play. I mean.
We might,
Mistakenly did not put a sign-in sheet, so if you please. If you have something solid, we should write around.
That's one.
CAC.
And then we have these off to Jen. There, you see both of them to Jen.
So.
That's only a fellow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just going through that.
Yeah.
Yours is just.
But like they're required. After five. Double check or do we want to call it a account plan? Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's better than I know. Yeah. And then I know, I think that next time I go on again, it's called that.
No, I think we probably go. We can't trust our counts.
I was.
Just so you know.
Everybody want to hear?
Results.
3 new voting members on the committee are Zeb Olson, Tim Pearson, and Misty Muncy. Our 2 alternates are Juan and Randy Hart.
Scotty and Randy.
A very even match.
Peter, did you get those, James?
I wouldn't mind if you repeated them, but just for posterity, if you could just send me an email tonight or tomorrow, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
We will do it. This is our sign.
So you people, you suckers.
Congratulations.
Better enunciate.
Once a month for the rest of your life,
Prosperity.
you'll be at a meeting here.
Would this be posted on Alsea Friends and Neighbors?
Yeah, I could, well,
Yeah.
and the first order of business we're gonna have is bylaws. And then yes, there's some sort of orientation. Petra, do you wanna expound on an orientation? Because I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I'd be happy just to give you the standard committee orientation that the county has. If you have any preferences, any requests, I'd like to accommodate you on any of that. Absolutely. So the next month, I'd be happy to bring anything that you have in terms of requests. One kind of nuanced question I have for you is that with your slate, do you have any requests on which positions you want those folks to be slated into?
Do they have a choice or do the commissioners assign?
Yes. No, you can choose.
Do we just
Like
do it?
position 1, 2, 3, 4, like maybe whoever has the most goes into position 1, 2, 3. Or if you want to know, what positions were vacant again, take a look at that and make a recommendation for who goes into what later or in August. I think that would be perfectly fine. You don't have to make that choice this evening because you don't have those choices in front of you. That's fine. I just want to let you know that there are positions attached to each of these folks. So.
All right, well, are they like 4, 3, and 2-year terms or something like that?
It's just every other year, as far as I know.
Okay, well, we'll worry about the next meeting.
Okay, that's fine. I'll bring the updated slate, and then from the county recorder's office, I'll give the updated information. And if you have a recommendation for where you want to put folks, I don't see any problem with that.
I think they should have some input. Too. So the first Monday in August, is that our next meeting?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if I get this right, I think it's the 6th.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
And they're just scheduled for 6 o'clock the first Monday. That's what
Okay.
that's on there, because they need to have a representative attend. Even if it's, we're been having her come this way, she shouldn't have to drive out.
So,
I would request that we get a speaker for her because I don't think I'm here right by the computer and I think it's a little bit challenging to hear. I don't know if everybody can hear. I would think that if we're gonna have people virtually, we should have a speaker of some sort.
Put it on our budget item.
Yeah.
You're having a hard time hearing me, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we just don't, you're just on the computer and there's no speaker, so
Mhm.
if someone beside you has got the hiccups, you're not gonna be heard.
I see. Okay. Yeah, and we have the technology in our office too. So I mean, in the short term, we can get you that technology. In the midterm, that could also be a request to the county to see if there's a budget that we could get you that hardware.
It's cheaper to get us that than for you to drive out here.
Yes.
We need a budget for refreshments.
Good, that's a good point. Scott is bringing up that September 2nd is Labor Day, Petra.
Oh, we do have that listed for a meeting, don't we?
Did you hear that?
No, I'm sorry. September's probably conflict with
September
Labor Day.
2nd, it's currently scheduled on Labor Day.
Yeah. How would you like to handle that?
following Monday.
Yeah.
Following Monday.
The following Monday? No problem.
Okay.
And is the orientation, Patriot, is that something where the group will be together for a training, or is it that?
Yeah, no, that makes absolute sense. So, I think, so, okay, a few things. I'm off. I'm going to be in Glacier, Montana on the 5th, but I think that's perfect because we have our county council that can do our public meetings training. Sarah's Cash is familiar with that with Vance, about public meetings law and all that business. I think that would be perfect. Or Rick Krager can come out and kind of talk to you about this new configuration about the quarterly meetings and the first point of contact and all that. I think it could be really well organized. And then also the county clerk can talk about the positions and the roster and their responsibilities on how they handle the bylaws and all that business. So I think I could organize a really tight, nicely organized training for you guys in August. No problem.
Okay. Anything else we need to cover tonight?
No, I this was fantastic. You guys did great.
Okay, I will be there Tuesday if you tell me it's available.
Yes, thank you. I'm gonna poke Mara. Mara is the executive assistant to the board, and just ask her if she's made any decisions tomorrow.
Okay. And we need to thank Gary Strom and Deb Coddington for all the time. They are out of here.
We hung in till elections.
And this meeting is adjourned.
Okay.
All
right. Whatever. I'm just giving you this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what did I need to do?
September.